Syrcus Tower. Music is rather nice here. Alright. First thing we do, we pop our tanking stance. Check the other tanks. I'm the only one that's popped it. That's fine. So entering, you just take the stairs up. We're gonna be met with trash platform, then a boss, trash platform, last boss. Well, no, 4 bosses total. Trash in front of the first 3, and then you go straight to the final boss after you defeat the third one. Alright, so this is a dragon and trash. There'll be a lot of trash respawning and whatnot. As a tank, your duty is to just grab everything. There will be more ads that will spawn throughout this. Like Mr. Shinobi here. Okay. And we are coming to the first boss. I forget her name. Everyone's going left, I'm the only one going right. Okay, Scylla, I think is her name. Many wolf-headed boss. Alright, we wait for everybody to get here. And the gunbreaker's pulling. Okay. So, this fight, the boss is going to be summoning staves. The staves are going to move around and just lay out AoEs on the ground. People are going to get linked by a ball of fire, a ball of lightning, or a ball of ice. Initially, if you got hit with a ball of lightning, you wanted to run it into one of these lightning spots. You would need 3 in each in order to basically protect yourself from the boss's big attack, which I kind of forget the name of right now. Yep, there's one fully charged up. I have not seen it get fully charged in ages. The staffs are being summoned. Alright, when you get hit with an ice ball, this person's got an ice ball on them, you will eventually get frozen. You want to freeze yourself in a position that is relatively safe. People will then get a fire linked to them. If you get a fire, you want to run it into somebody who has got frozen. You don't want it to run into you, like what happened there. When that happens, you will get this pool beneath you. And it also frees the person who was frozen. If you run an ice ball into the pool and have it freeze, it freezes everybody that's standing in the pool. Ancient Flare. You want to stand in the pool to diminish the amount of damage that you take. So there were a lot of things to pay attention to with this boss. And normally you would get 2 to 3 of the Ancient Flares before the fight was over. So, it is now streamlined. Those are the main things you need to watch out for. The next boss is kind of the epitome of a face roll boss, but I will explain when we get there. Alright, we're coming to the second group of trash. This one is going to be a lot of ads spawning. So we've got clones of the boss from the first raid. So, okay. Somebody pulled. We're gonna grab them all up, stack them. And then once all of these guys are dead, there's going to be a dragon that will fall from the sky. And we'll land. So you want to get out of the middle, otherwise you're going to get knocked back. You still get knocked back. Okay. I appreciate the pun of that gunblade. Their name is Knives Chow, which is a pun on the character Knives Chow from a good movie but mediocre graphic novel, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So you clean up the ads, and then you run on to the second boss. Legathon is the second boss. I'll explain how the boss was supposed to be done because we will not get to any of his mechanics that really mattered before. Second boss. So you see these platforms that go around the ring. In the past, you would have to interact with those. But now, it's just a tank and spank. The boss will do various things that are attacks like, what is it, Knuckle Raid or something. He's going to lay out rings on the ground that you do not want to be standing in. There they are. Those will deal damage to anybody standing in them. He is going to summon bits around him. The bits will cannot be damaged unless somebody decides to stand in them. Vial Utterance, a frontal cone that is aimed randomly. The bits should be appearing anytime now. There we go. Clockwork Right is what they're called. So, with these, they will charge his bar, which is over here. And if that reaches 100, it's a wipe. But, as you can see, it's not going to reach that. To destroy these, you had to have somebody run into them, and then DPS could damage them. Like, somebody is standing in this one, so we can come up and do that. The person is stunned while they are in there. But, boss is dead. Boss is dead. So, yeah. After he does his big attack, he's supposed to, you're supposed to do the ring around the outside, and you kill ads while out there, and then you have to jump back to the center, and then you finish the kill. But he dies too fast now for that to matter. Okay, we're going to come up on 3 little demons here. And these get... Now the dragon is going to target somebody with a green mark. Trying to see where it's going to get laid. There it is. There's the green mark. You don't want to be standing near that because the dragon will do that. Dragon will land, knock everybody back. Have a few ads that will spawn, which I am going to try to grab and tank on the boss. They're on the dragon. I forget if any more ads come out. Doesn't look like it. And now we are on to Amon. Amon is a very theatrical boss, and I believe he comes from Final Fantasy VI. Been a while since I played that. Alright. Boss 3. Amon. Blade's gonna pull. Alright, so for Amon is going to summon slimes at 3 different points, and the slimes are gonna move in. If the slimes reach him, he will silence everybody. He will cast Blizzaga Forte, which is a point-blank AoE. You just run out and avoid if you're melee. Experimental byproduct. This is the slime I was talking about. Nice thing about them, they can be stunned. Now he's also going to be summoning Kumkums, and when these come out, I don't know if they can be tanked. Yes, they can be tanked. But the people that have these orbs will want to run the orbs into the Kumkums, because it shrinks them and makes them take more damage. And if the orb hits the player, then the player will shrink. Experimental byproducts are going to hit. Yep. So, everybody is silenced. Except me for some reason. Alright. People are going to be turned into frogs. The snakes are going to target the people that are turned into frogs. The frogs can break people out of the ice by breathing fire on them. This is good for the first section, the first time the ice goes out. Second time the ice goes out, you don't want to break anybody out. What you want to do is immediately run and hide behind the ice, because the boss is going to do Curtain Call. Curtain Call, as you will see momentarily. There's that guy. Nope. He got destroyed. That is the one mechanic in this game that you actually have to pay attention to for this dungeon. So Curtain Call kills anybody that's within line of sight. Hiding behind the ice is the only way to survive it. And that is the third boss taken care of. Alright, we are heading to the last boss. And we get to watch a cutscene. This guy honestly reminds me of Sabin from Final Fantasy. Oh. Not really storyline, it's just the cutscene of introducing him. He reminds me of Sabin from Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, that's not really storyline, that's just... I'm the big bad guy, I'm going to say intimidating things. Okay, so for this guy, he has got a point-blank AoE. He has got that, which is going to hurt me. Burning Rave goes out. He will summon little pools that are yellow. You want to have one person standing in each. Each one that explodes deals damage to the raid if nobody's standing in it. Knuckle Press is point-blank AoE that I mentioned. So if you see a yellow pool with nobody standing in it, go stand in it. Burning Rave targets 3 people on the ground. Alright. First phase change. There are going to be Stonefall circles that are summoned. There's going to be 3 in this one and a Starfall circle in the center. If you look up, there are meteors that are falling. As soon as you destroy the circle, they disappear, and then Xande is going to come back from His throne. Here in the middle. Okay, 3 people are going to be marked with these AoEs. You want to stand in them with the person because you share the damage among everybody. Then you want to remain standing in there because the boss will cast Ancient Quakega, which is more or less instant death. And then immediately after do a large burning rave that is going to target more people. He's going to do the Aura Cannon. That's kind of what reminds me of Sabin. And he's going to jump back to his throne. And he's going to summon 6 of these Stonefall Circles. And if these do not die, then we take massive damage from the comets falling. It's not really an issue of things being killed anymore. And then Xande's going to come back. He's going to mark 3 more people with the arrow skill, the gravity skill. Yep, there it is. You want to stand on these with people. See? Morimitsu did not have anybody standing with him, so he got munched. He took all of the damage himself and it killed him. So you avoid the Quakega again by standing in the floating, and then you dodge the last rave, and then it's just tank and spank while dodging. Life is a circus. And that was Syrcus Tower. I'd say it's rather easier than Labyrinth of the Ancients. Syrcus Tower complete. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, please like, follow, and subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. To catch me live, check out my Twitch, link in the description. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.